Hi folks, this is the tutorial I promised on the forum. I made one for one of our users, and I'm using his um, files, his video files for this demo on how to do this. The video files were made with a program written by David Fitzgerald called CaptionsAlive Pro. And what CaptionsAlive Pro does is it puts out an AVI file, which is uncompressed, and since PTE doesn't use uncompressed files, AVI files, you have to take that into your favorite editor and change it to something else. Now I changed it to a WMV file, which is a very small file. So I'll go into how to use CaptionsAlive Pro later, but right now I want to show how to use the files created as a signature by CaptionsAlive Pro with PTE. So the first thing you do, of course, is choose the image that you want to use to write your signature on. And so I'm taking this same image that I used to demo for Dennis. And the next thing you want to do is go to Objects and Animations. When you get there, the very first thing you want to do is add a frame. So right click over here with your image unselected and add a frame. We're going to take this frame and we're going to put the video masking under this frame. That way, when we want to adjust the size of the signature, or the position, or rotation, or whatever, we simply do it to the frame, and everything underneath the frame gets adjusted accordingly. The next thing we want to do, right click on your frame and add a video mask. So go to add, then go to mask, and then choose mask image video. And then you will have already created some files in this program. Now I've done that for David or for Dennis. So the first thing you want to do is choose for your mask the file that's called an alpha file. This is going to be a stencil, so we choose this and open it, and as you can see, the frame now holds the mask container, a stencil, and the stencil is the alpha file. And then there's a place to put a mask content, so right click on that and add a video. And the video you're going to add is the other files that you created, or file that you created. You can make a single colored file, and then you can use the features of PTE to change the color of the signature, or you can choose the white signature. Now the white signature can't be changed with hue and saturation in a color filter, because white and black, for example, are not colors. But let's choose a color like red here. So I'm going to choose red WMV and open that file. Now if you do nothing else, right now it would write that signature across the center of the screen. But we need to put some time in here because it takes time for that signature to write, and the default in PTE is 5 seconds, which isn't long enough. So I'm going to slide options and put 15 seconds in here, and so OK. And then I'm not going to try to play this with preview simply because it will flash, and I want it to be large enough you can see it. And so I'm going to just drag the line here, and you'll see it writes the script. Now just to show you what that really looks like, I'm going to close this and write it over here in the mini viewer. watch right in here. And there it goes, see? Using Dennis Waller's name, okay? So now I'm going to go back over to Objects and Animations. And if you wanted to change the color, I created two colors, red and blue, along with white for Dennis. But you could simply go in and highlight your red and then choose another color in the in the properties. Just choose a different file, like a blue one here. There you see it's blue. But you can also go into the animation, and then you can go down to, by highlighting that file, not the stencil, but the actual video file, you can go down to animation here and go to color correction. There should be a check mark if there's not put one. Add filter and add hue and saturation. And then watching this, you'll see that you can change the color, red, yellow, purple, green, turquoise. You can change it to any color that you want if you don't use white or black in there. So you simply want to use a different color, and you can, if you want, you can use white as the signature, but you don't have to use one. You can make any color you want with the CaptionsAlive program. However, you only really need a couple colors to make every color of the rainbow using 3D ink. So now we get to the frame. Well, if we click on the frame, now it controls everything underneath. So if we want this to be smaller, change the position up here. Maybe we want it to run up the mountain here. We could rotate it, do whatever we want, and then when we play this file, it will operate. See it building the name, the signature over here. So that's what the frame is for. When you move the frame or size the frame, it at the same time moves and sizes the stencil, the videos under the mask content, and your alpha video, so they all stay the same. Now the other thing, Barry mentioned it would be nice if the signature were a little slower developing, and you can do that very easily. You simply want to click on the alpha, and then you want to go to properties, and you want to go down here where it says adjust time range. Click on that, and it will be at 100%. I changed it to 50% here. Now, you change the stencil, you also need to change the video to the same speed. So adjust time range and change that to 50. Now it's half the speed it was. So when we go back to the mini viewer, let's go back there, and now run it, you'll see it will write much slower. There it goes now over here. So that's essentially all there is to it. To recap, I'll go back over to Objects and Animations one more time. I'm going to delete this frame, remove it. Okay, so the first thing you do, put your image in, then set your slide options for enough time to have your signature signed. Then right click over here with your image being unselected and add a frame. Then right click on the frame and add a mask, and choose the add mask image video, because you're going to put a video in here. And then choose the alpha that you have created with CaptionsAlive Pro, and that puts it in as a stencil. The stencil means that whatever you put in here under the mask content in the way of a video, it's going to play through here. But because we created both the video and the alpha with the same program and the same settings, it's going to put the signature in as just a color. And so we'll go here, right click, add a video, and choose the color. I'm just going to choose white so we can see it easily. And there it is, and we can drag this across. There we are. That's all there is to it, folks. It's very simple to do, and I'll make another tutorial showing you how to use at least this part of CaptionsAlive Pro. Hopefully this will help those of you who want to make signature that scroll or across your screen. Okay.